Coming up on News Valdosta, local school systems get report cards back from the state, and Valdosta's police crack down on downtown crime.
And Shelby Mitchell has our weather, while Jocelyn McGarrett gives us a rundown on local sports.
Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Ariel Hairston.
And I'm Ryan Saylor. The College and Career Ready Performance Index released yesterday showed a few South Georgia schools have increased in performance, but some have also decreased. Lowndes County showed an increase in school performance while Valdosta decreased. According to the Georgia Department of Education, the index is part of Georgia's statewide accountability system to measure schools and school districts' performances. The system began in 2012 with the hopes of helping parents and the public understand how their school is performing. That same year was used as a test year to study if the system would not do well. One major change made was new weights for achievements and progress components.
The sun is out, but flooding is still a concern for Lowndes County. Lowndes County officials have reopened Shallow Road yesterday evening after it was closed all weekend. Officials will continue to keep an eye on the area's waterways for any potential flooding again. Lowndes County Emergency Management Director Ashley Ty says the area received nearly 4 inches of rain between Friday and Saturday, while some areas around the county saw about 5 inches of rain. The county plans to take precautions and monitor the Withlacoochee and Little River for possible flooding. Ty and county's officials are working to resolve potential flooding problems for future occurrences.
During the month of April, many crimes have occurred in the downtown Valdosta area. Valdosta Police Department has cracked down. Our very own news reporter Dorian Baber has the story.
It was around 11 p.m. right here on North Patterson Street where Officer Bucky Griffin arrested 27-year-old Stephen Lewis. Lewis now faces 1 count of driver's license violation, 1 count of marijuana possession, 3 counts of forgery of another object, 1 count of other traffic violation, and finally 1 count of obstruction of law enforcement. Now, while these charges are still developing and we're searching for a court date, this is a real serious matter that we'll keep you informed on. For News Valdosta, I'm Dorian Baber.
Moody Air Force Base may soon take part in a new mission to train Afghani pilots, which would bring about 120 pilots and aircraft servicemen to Valdosta for training. That's the word from Congressman Austin Scott, who met with the Chamber of Commerce officials last week. The selection for mission placement will be announced in August of this year. The South Georgia Military Affairs Council hosted Councilman Scott at a meeting at the Valdosta Lowndes Chamber of Commerce on Thursday.
Coming up, if you haven't registered to vote in the upcoming primaries, there's still time to do so for the November elections.
And some spring cleaning products can cause accidental poisoning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What will you find at Valdosta State University?
Challenging academics.
Innovative hands-on experience. Over 100 fields of study.
Engagement in a vibrant community.
Caring mentors and friends. Service and leadership opportunities.
Championship athletics.
The full university experience.
At Valdosta State University.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to this Tuesday edition of News Valdosta. Yesterday was the last day to officially register for this upcoming election. If you didn't register to vote, you can still register for the next elections in the fall. Yesterday was also marked the first day for early voting for county commissioner and county school board. The last day to vote before the primary election is May 20th.
Spring is here and it is time to start that annual spring cleaning. Many people don't know that the products they are using can cause accidental poisoning. You can reduce the risk by taking certain safety precautions, like making sure you keep all chemicals out of reach of children and carefully reading all labels. Also, never sniff or smell containers. If you want more spring cleaning tips, visit the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services website.
Southwest Georgia experienced some heavy rain this past weekend, dumping almost 5 inches of rain. Although this spring is starting off very rainy, a spike in lawn care businesses has occurred. The weekend rain brought sunny weather along with new blooming. Lawn workers say they've been booked with calls since the weather has taken a turn this week. Last year's rain helped create one of the most profitable years for one business owner. He hopes that 2014 will be the same.
Citizens are reminded to mark their calendars for this Thursday's City Council meeting. Mayor and Council will meet to discuss approved bids, such as a bid consideration for the repair of a stormwater ditch on Mill Pond Road and for construction at the Force Main Pump Station, Headworks, and Equalization Basin Project. The meeting will be held on the second floor of City Hall at 5:30 on Thursday.
Recent studies show that food textures can affect people's dining choices. It has been proven that hard and rough textures seem to carry the idea that those foods contain less calories, while soft or creamy foods seem to contain more calories. How food fills in your mouth, the amount we eat, the types of food we choose, and how many calories we think were the major topics of discussion in this study. If we understand how the texture of food can influence calorie perceptions, consumers can start making healthier yet tastier choices.
The Annette Howell Turner Center for the Arts hosts Spring into Art annually. This year, alone brought over 500 entries. The artistic media ranged from pencil and oil paint to wood and clay. News Valdosta's Chandler D. Jackson has more.
Spring into Art's opening gala was one of the most illustrious by far. During this annual exhibition, visual artists working predominantly with 2- and 3-dimensional mediums were invited to display their respective pieces.
Well, one major thing that makes Spring into Art unique over other art competitions is it's all-inclusive in that, if you enter and you follow our guidelines, your work will be exhibited.
The Annette Howell Turner Center for the Arts is hosting its annual Spring into Art exhibition. The exhibition is open to the public on April 8th and will continue for the next 2 months.
It's definitely an opportunity for our local artists to exhibit and be a part of an art show annually.
In addition, the artists will enter their work into a competition with a grand prize totaling $5,000.
We have found that here are quite good paintings and photographs.
The Spring into Art exhibit will continue through June 4th. For News Valdosta, I'm Chandler D. Jackson.
Up next on News Valdosta, Shelby Mitchell has a look at our local weather.
And Jocelyn McGarrett will give us the best in sports, so don't go away.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. It's been bright and sunny this morning, but will it stay that way? Our weather anchor Shelby Mitchell has more. Shelby?
Thanks, Ryan. Today will be perfect for getting outside and enjoying some sunshine. Temperatures are expected to heat up to a high of 83 degrees this afternoon. Skies will be mostly sunny and there is a 20% chance of rain. Tonight, temperatures will cool down to 60 degrees. We can expect some isolated thunderstorms later this evening. So if you're planning to go out, you may want to grab an umbrella because there's a 30% chance of rain. Tomorrow, we can expect sunny skies with a high of 84 degrees. A few afternoon clouds may creep in, but don't worry, there's only a 10% chance of rain. As we go into tomorrow evening, temperatures will cool down to 58 degrees. The UV index is very high today at a 10. If you're planning to be outside for an extended period of time, be sure to have some sunscreen close by to protect yourself from those damaging sun rays. For you allergy sufferers out there, you may want to keep your allergy medicine close by because the pollen count for today is medium at a 7. But is expected to increase in the high range due to higher temperatures. The predominant pollens are oak, hickory, and sycamore. That's all for your local weather. Back to you at the news desk.
Coming up, Jocelyn McGarrett will give us an update on local sports, so stay with us.
Welcome back. Now let's turn to Jocelyn McGarrett and see what she has in local sports. What's happening, Jocelyn?
Thanks. The Valdosta Wildcats baseball team is back on the field today preparing for a long week of games. Reporter Dorian Baber has more.
The Valdosta Wildcats baseball team is entering their last week of regular season games. This week it will prepare for Thomas County Central on Thursday and Brunswick on Friday in a doubleheader. The coaching staff harped on focus and understand that the team will have blunders just like adults, but will have to fight through for a win. Coach Schumann broke down how his team will get through the next 3 games.
Well, we're just getting ready like we would any other game. We'll just come out here and we'll do our batting practice and we'll do our situational hitting and we'll do defensive situations and just get ready for another ball game.
In the fall of 2014, first baseman Daniel Teff will take his talents north to Mercer. The scene reflected on his high school experience.
I really enjoyed it, and it's been a great year to cap off my high school career, and I've had a great time with these guys and love playing with them and the coaches.
The team finished the day with working on late game situations such as bases loaded and a runner on first and third. With this sort of preparation early on in the week, Thursday will be a great game to showcase their talents. The Valdosta Wildcats baseball team will honor their senior Daniel Teff as he competes in one of his final home games as they take on Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets this Thursday. For News Valdosta, I'm Dorian Baber.
Turning to the other side of town, the Lowndes High baseball team is having its senior night this week. Sports reporter Brad Covert has a story.
The Lowndes Viking baseball team is gearing up for senior night this Thursday. It will be at home against Cook County. Last year, Cook beat Lowndes, so the Vikings will look for redemption this Thursday. The Vikings had a rough start to their season and sit currently with a record of 9-15. They have done well in recent games, but with a young team on the field, they'll need to learn the importance of getting the wins early in the season.
We have a bunch of young kids, freshmen, sophomores who, have a lot of potential. We're looking forward to seeing a couple of those freshmen, jump up. Earlier in the year we struggled, but we've gotten better with practice. And it tells a lot about these kids' character that they can, they can jump on after, taking a few big losses in region and continue to come out and practice hard and, give it everything they've got. We got Cook Thursday right here. It's our senior night. Our seniors can get out there and show everything they have and, get a chance to get some showtime and all.
News Valdosta, I'm Brad Covert.
The VSU baseball team is scheduled to play tomorrow at Columbus State and again next Tuesday against Georgia College at the Billy Grant Field. Both games are scheduled for 5 p.m. VSU is currently 5th in the league and will be heading to Birmingham May 2nd to start their play in the conference tournament. The Valdosta State softball team's final series was washed away when twin doubleheaders against Lee were canceled Saturday. The games were rained out by almost 3 inches of water last Friday and Saturday. The Blazers will play in the Gulf South Conference tournament, which begins May 1st in Coleman, Alabama. Blazers hold a 36-12 overall record and sits 4th in the conference behind North Alabama and Alabama Huntsville. Shorter at 19-14 and 33-9 overall leads the GSC, but is not eligible for postseason play. The Valdosta State women's tennis team removed North Alabama 5-0 in the semifinals round of the Gulf South Conference last Saturday. The Blazers cruised by the Lions in the first set with an 8-4 win for Sabina Smith and Michelle Fisher. Jessica Tuggle and Jennifer Rink fell 8-3 for the second match, but Mariah Hibbert and Juliana Bohm finished strong 8-3, giving VSU a 2-1 lead into singles. The victory over the Lions earned the Blazers a competing spot for the GSC title, but later the team lost to top-seeded Argonauts. The Valdosta State golf team finished 7th yesterday in the Gulf South Conference Championships. The team finished the first round in 6th place, but fell to 7th after another disappointing round. The final round of the tournament at Tunica, Mississippi will be played today. That's our local sports report. Back to the news desk.
Coming up, Wiregrass Technical College offers a career fair. We'll have more on the story, so stay with us.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out, when someone gives blood and a life is saved, that moment when heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies, and your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Pinevale Learning Center will commemorate the renaming of their school with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 5 p.m. and the renaming ceremony beginning at 5:30 p.m. on the school grounds. The M.A. Horn Learning Center will be the new name for the school, and the M.A. Horn Learning Center offers an alternative learning experience within Valdosta City Schools where children can attain more flexible schedules and move at their own learning pace.
If you're seeking career opportunities, dress for success and bring copies of your resume to Wiregrass Technical College for the 2014 Career Expo. This event will be held this afternoon from 1 to 4 in Brooks Hall, Building 500 on the Valdosta campus, and is open to the public.
The City of Valdosta Main Street office has begun planning its annual Downtown Farm Days. News reporter Kayla Jordan has the story. Kayla?
It's that time of year again. Valdosta citizens are gearing up for Downtown Farm Days. The fourth season opening will begin May 3rd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown on sidewalks around the historic courthouse. The popular farmers market will be held each first and third Saturday of each month through October the 18th and every Saturday through the month of June. Vendors are also offering fresh locally grown products, vegetables, fresh meats, and dairy products. Vendors will also accept all forms of payment, including SNAP and EBT cards, to purchase goods. Patrons who arrive early to the market can beat the heat and grab some of the best treats. For News Valdosta, I'm Kayla Jordan.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Ryan Saylor.
And I'm Ariel Hairston. Join us again tomorrow.